How can having less actually mean? Having more, it's like saying that the less chocolate cake I eat, the more satisfied I feel, which might sound like a blatant lie. After all, who wouldn't want to indulge in another slice of delicious cake? However, this simple idea holds more wisdom than it appears at first glance, or in our case, to the stomach. Let's explore how simplicity can truly provide us with a fuller, happier life. Throughout history, thinkers from different eras and cultures, from ancient Greeks to modern minimalists, have praised the virtues of simplicity. They argue that by cutting out the excess, not just in our closets, but also in our minds and lives, we can find more happiness, freedom, and meaning. This idea, simple as it may seem, has been a recurring theme in philosophy and spirituality for centuries. Epicurus, a Greek philosopher from the 4th century BCE, was a great advocate of simplicity. He believed that the key to happiness lay in enjoying the simple pleasures of life. For Epicurus, a good day involved just a piece of bread, some water, and a pleasant conversation with friends. There was no need for expensive wines or luxurious dinners. He found joy in the simplest things, like the taste of fresh bread or the sound of laughter. In a way, Epicurus was the original proponent of the idea that less is more. He believed that by limiting our desires and avoiding the craving for luxurious things, we could achieve true happiness. Instead of envying the rich and powerful, he was too busy enjoying his simple meals and engaging in deep thoughts. In a world where we are constantly bombarded by ads and comparisons on social media, Epicurus's philosophy offers a breath of fresh air. He reminds us that true satisfaction comes from appreciating what we have rather than endlessly chasing what we don't. The Stoics, a philosophical school that flourished in ancient Greece and Rome, also believed that true happiness comes from within, not from material possessions. They preached that by limiting our desires, we could avoid the pain of wanting something we cannot have. After all, if you don't desire much, you are never disappointed. For the Stoics, the control of emotions and desires was fundamental to living a happy life. These ancient philosophers would be like modern-day minimalists who live with just one backpack, traveling the world and preaching about the freedom of having less. They believed that true freedom comes from living according to virtue and reason, rather than being a slave to our desires and passions. This Stoic perspective can help us deal with daily frustrations and find inner peace, even in a chaotic world. Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, also emphasized the importance of simplicity. He taught about the middle path, which is about finding balance, not overindulging in luxury, but also not depriving oneself entirely. Buddha left his life of luxury and wealth to discover that neither excess nor extreme deprivation leads to true happiness. Instead, he advocated for a life of moderation, where satisfaction comes from living in balance. Imagine Buddha at a buffet with endless options. He would probably choose a bit of salad, a portion of rice, and a piece of fruit, just enough to enjoy, but not so much that he would need a nap afterward. Buddha's middle path is like choosing a practical and efficient car over a flashy sports car. You get where you need to go without the extra costs and stress. Buddhist philosophy teaches that simplicity is not just about having fewer things, but about living with more intention. It's about being present in the moment, appreciating what truly matters, and not getting caught up in consumerism or the excesses of modern life. Many spiritual traditions around the world advocate for a simple life as a path to inner peace and fulfillment. In Christianity, humility is a central virtue, and Jesus preached about the importance of not clinging to material possessions. The Zen Buddhist concept of wabi-sabi, which finds beauty in imperfection and transience, also reflects this appreciation for simplicity. These traditions remind us that simplicity is not just about decluttering our homes or schedules. It's also about organizing our minds and hearts. It's about finding clarity, purpose, and living in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. The philosophy of less is more teaches us that a simpler life is often a happier one. In the contemporary world, minimalism is not just about cleaning up. It's a lifestyle that seeks to create space for what truly matters. Joshua Becker, a modern minimalist guru, says that the first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't need. It's like that moment when you finally delete all the old emails and feel a wave of calm and relief. That's the minimalist dream, a calm, focused life with room to breathe and think. The truth is that our possessions often become a source of stress rather than joy. We worry about maintaining them, losing them, or whether we should have gotten a better model. It's like a bad relationship we can't break away from. Philosophers and psychologists argue that clutter doesn't just take up physical space, it clogs up mental space too. It's hard to feel at peace when you're tripping over random stuff and can't find your keys under a pile of who knows what. The simple life, in contrast, is like having a clean, open field to play in. There's room to breathe, think, and most importantly, relax. In our hyper-connected world, we often hear about FOMO, fear of missing out, the fear of missing something. However, there's an opposite concept called JOMO, joy of missing out. Yes, you read that right. The joy of not cramming your schedule with endless events, the relief of not keeping up with every new gadget, and the happiness of simply being. JOMO is about finding joy in space, silence, and the absence of pressure to be everywhere and do everything. Let's take a cue from the great philosophers, both ancient and modern, and try to live a little lighter. After all, life is too short to be buried under things, obligations, and unnecessary stress. Let's laugh more, love more, and why not, own less. And don't forget to sometimes say, no thank you, I'm enjoying the sunshine. As we've seen, simplicity is an ancient and modern philosophy that transcends cultures and times. It teaches us that by having less, we can actually have more happiness, more freedom, more meaning. So why not start applying this philosophy to your life today? Whether by organizing your physical or mental space, or simply saying no to what doesn't add value to your life, you may find that true luxury lies in simplicity. That's all for now. Thanks to everyone who watched. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more new content. See you tomorrow for another Mindful Living Insight.